Hey Funkoholics, how you doing? My name's Terry Wellbanks. I am coming at you from my dungeon of Funkos. Today, for any Funko Pop collector, as everybody knows, it is New York City Comic Con fall exclusive releases. And there's some shared exclusives that people are able to get if they're able to get their hands on them. It's tough to do with the work week and all that stuff, but if you were lucky enough or you have friends that can do that stuff for you, or girlfriends, or whatever the case is, you may have been able to pick up a few. I was lucky enough to get 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 of them that I wanted. Unfortunately, because I do live in Canada, we do not have an FYE, a Barnes & Noble, a Box Lunch. The Toys R Us here didn't get a single exclusive, so there's that. There's also a few exclusives that didn't even come to Hot Topic here in Canada. There's supposed to be a Mummy Daffy, I believe, and that one didn't show up at all. So that really sucked, because that was one that was on my top, I would say top 3 or 4. But I am going to show you guys that. I also have a box to unopen, or a box to unbox, and I will unbox that as well. I got it from a great friend, Sean. He sent it as a surprise, so I'm super stoked to open that. He said I should be excited for it, and I'm always excited, so it should be good. So I'm going to jump right into it. I'm going to show you guys some of the exclusives that I got from the NYCC, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. So the first one that I want to show you guys is Scrooge McDuck. This was one of my favorite ones from the preview, or the glamour shots, I guess you could say. This is him swimming in his money, and if you've ever watched DuckTales, I watched it a lot growing up, and in the intro, he jumps into this big pool of money, and he jumps out, and he's all ecstatic. Scrooge is one of my favorites, so this is amazing. I do really, really like this pop, and I hope that I'm going to be having it for a long time, so so that's awesome. The next one up is from the Walking Dead series. Oh, this was exclusive to Hot Topic, this one here. So the next one up is an exclusive to EB, or if you're in the States, it would be a GameStop. This is Dwight from The Walking Dead. I really like the way this pop looks. For some reason, I'm not a massive Walking Dead fan. I really like the Negan pop, but that was pretty much it. And I love all the walkers, but this one is amazing. I love that he's got the half beaten face. I have watched the show, I think, up to the end of the last season. I'm not too sure. I'm not a huge Walking Dead fan, but I do really like this pop, and I think that it's extremely well done. I like that he's holding the gun, and again, that his face has got the burn of the beats on it. It's good too. Next up is from Stranger Things, a show that I have watched and I did really enjoy. I can't wait for season 2 to come out. This is also Electronic Boutique or GameStop exclusive. This is 11 with electrodes. As you can see on the pop, she's got a little blood coming from her nose there. On the back, she's got all the electrodes on her head. They've done a lot of 11 pops, and this is one of my favorite ones. The Chase 11 with Eggos is probably my favorite of all the pops, but I do really like this one, and it is well done. So this one I like for sure. Next up is also an EB Games or a GameStop exclusive. It's Dig Dug. This is a video game. It's one of the 8-bit ones. I'm going to get into those in a bit, but this is one of the newer 8-bit ones that they're releasing. There's nothing in the set, as you'll see on the back. It's just the one pop, but it is awesome, and it does look really cool. It looks like a Smurf. I don't know if it's supposed to be a Smurf. I didn't play the game very much, but I do like the pop. I like that he's holding his spear. I did look up the lore of the game because my buddy Kyle in Funkoholics Worldwide, he pointed out to me when I said it looked like a 8-bit Smurf. He's like, well, obviously you haven't played the game. So this is really cool. It's a fun pop. Next up is probably my third favorite of the ones that I picked up. He does look really cool. It looks better in person than it does in the glamour shot, I think. This is an Electronic Boutique or GameStop exclusive as well. This is Old Man Logan. Obviously, if anybody doesn't know who Logan is, he's Wolverine. But they did a Logan movie, and if you haven't seen that, check it out. It's very well done too. This is the pop here. He looks really, really good. It's exactly what I wanted an Old Man Logan pop to look like. So these stickers are kind of boring. The fall convention exclusive. I don't really care much for the stickers, but I guess it's okay. I do love the stickers on the pops. So next one is probably my second favorite, and it's from a set that I do really enjoy and I love. And I actually was lucky enough to score myself a Rocksteady and Bebop last weekend, and I got them at a very, very reasonable price, which is awesome. They are coming out with a full Ninja Turtles set, it looks like. I'll show you in a sec, but this is Shredder. He's an Electronic Boutique or EB Games or GameStop exclusive as well. This is one of the new 8-bit ones. On the back there, you'll see they did all the 4 Turtles, and they're also doing a Foot Soldier. So I'm hoping that we're going to have access to those, and they don't do too many crazy variants and all that stuff, but that's really cool. You're going to notice he's not in the box because I want to show you him in person. This is probably heavier than a 6-inch pop. This is extremely heavy. This is Shredder here. He's going to go just down there with all my other Ninja Turtles, but this is Shredder here with the 8-bit. His head doesn't move. There's no rotation in his head, but it is a really, really good looking pop. It's a lot better than what I thought it would look, and I assumed from the glamour shots that Shredder was going to be nice, and it doesn't disappoint. It's definitely a really cool pop. If you have a chance to pick it up, pick it up. There's a little ding in the top of his head. In terms of the quality of the pop, it's well done. So it's a good pop. Check it out if you have a chance to get it. Next up is probably my second favorite of the ones that I was able to get. This is Chrombopulous Michael from Rick and Morty. If you haven't watched Rick and Morty, please watch the show and watch past the first and second episode. It's actually one of the best animated shows I think that have ever been put out. My favorite of all time is South Park. Rick and Morty is definitely a close second, and then Family Guy. So these are awesome. This is actually, there's no newness to the set. I know they're coming out with 2 variants of him. I was happy that I was able to get this one, and actually I didn't even get it. My lady got it for me, Amy, and she went this morning and lined up at Hot Topic, which is something I'm going to talk about after as well. But this is a really cool pop. I'm thrilled to have it. He's going to go up there with my other Rick and Morty, so which I still don't have the first wave. Next up is my favorite pop from the set that I was able to pick up. This is the 8-bit Batman. 8-bit Batman. If you know anything about me as a collector, you know that I love my Batman or Batman related. So when they said they were releasing a Batman, that's amazing, and I'm super, super happy to have him. I like the box. I like that he's looking at the 8-bit Siren. Or, sorry, not Siren, Spotlight. And the boxing itself is really cool. This is a really, really well done pop. It's very heavy, and I'm stoked to have it. It's going to go right behind me up on that wall. So next up is one that I like a lot, but I'm pretty sure that there's people out there that are going to like it a lot more than me. And I'm going to explain, I'm not a fan of this show, and I'm going to get crucified for that, but I'm honestly not. But I know that I will be able to trade this, or I can make sure that somebody has it that really wants it, and I think I got the guy in mind. This is Dragon Zord from the Power Rangers. He's a 6-inch pop. This one, I have a feeling, this one and the gold one from Toy Tokyo is going to be one of the harder ones to get in terms of pop price guide value, which is made up values anyways, but these are really, really good looking pop, and if I like Power Rangers, this is one that I'd have to have for sure. But between Amy and myself, I think we're going to make sure that somebody gets this that really, really wants it and needs it, and or will trade it off for Star Wars, which she wasn't able to get today. And the Star Wars exclusives, 2 of them are from Barnes & Noble, 1 of them is from Box Lunch. There's so many different ones out there that are pain in the neck for Canadians to get, to say the very least. I think Amazon has a couple of them, and we can't get these in Canada unless we trade or we have somebody in the States that can find it for us. Like, for instance, the Chrome Black Batman that's at Barnes & Noble's. Excuse me. That was basically, I knew from the beginning, as soon as they announced that it was Barnes & Noble, I wasn't going to be able to ever get one. It's a lot like the blue Chrome Batman that came out for SDCC. That's worth a ton of money because nobody could get their hands on it. This is the exact same thing, and it's a little bit frustrating, but again, I will get into that after. So, I have a massive, massive box here from my great friend Sean that I'm going to bust open, and I'm going to show you what is inside. He told me to be super excited about it. I am super excited about it. This is the box. I can't wait. I'm going to bust it open now. He's told me that he's excited for me to have it, so this must mean there's probably something pretty cool in here. It's packaged perfectly. If you get a chance to trade with or buy from Sean Mason, you can check him out on the Funkoholics Worldwide group. He's there all the time. He's one of the best contributors that we have. To be honest with you, he's one of the best people that I've met. I've met some amazing people, you know, Jim and Kyle and Jay and Ian and Trevor and Steve and NYCC and Seth, and there's so many amazing people in this group. If you guys aren't part of a Facebook group and you're a collector, I'm begging you, come on over to Funkoholics Worldwide. You will not be disappointed. It is head and shoulders the best book, and you tell me if I'm wrong, but it is the best group on Facebook. There's no question as to whether or not it is amazing, because it's the best. And Sean is part of that, and I'm grateful to have Sean as a dear friend. And I'm, I can't thank you enough, brother, for everything that you've done for me personally, Funko-wise. Be there for me as a friend when I need you. It's outstanding, and it makes me so happy. So I'm gonna get right into this box. It's got the octagon, cut it open, and there is, of course, like, you have to see the way he packages. I don't even know if I can show you because they're going to fall out, but these are packing peanuts. He packs boxes inside of boxes. He's the absolute best when it comes to shipping stuff. Okay, so we're just going to go to the left side. And of course, it's a box inside of a box. So I'm going to have to cut this open for you guys, but there's a Funko in here, I assume. Oh, it's not actually taped, so that's cool. All right, so what do we got? What do we got? I've got some papers. Oh, my God. Okay, so quick story behind this. I pre-ordered, I begged, I pre-ordered, I pleaded, and I am collecting, obviously, a Batman. I love the Batman animated set, and you will not believe what my friend Sean sent me. This is the Batman Robot Chase. I know to a lot of people it's not a big deal, but to me, this thing was heartbreaking when my pre-order didn't come through at EB Games, and I didn't end up getting one, and I couldn't find one. I still haven't been able to trade for one, and this is amazing. Sean, I'm so happy, brother. Thank you. Love you to death. That's amazing. Okay. So, packing peanuts. Let's see. Forgive me, guys. I want to make sure that I get through this. I'm trying not to look at the box because I know how excited Sean was, so I want to make sure that I do whatever he sent justice. Oh, this is the worst unboxing ever. Sean, you packaged this so well, I can't even get anything out. Okay, so here we go. All right, come on out. There's another large box, taped up, with Funkos in it, I gather. Sean, as always, you outdo yourself. And again, I can't thank you enough. So here we go. Let's bust this open. Wow, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Funko Pops in here. 6 of them. I don't know what they are yet, but I'll pull them out for you. Okay, so first up, we have from The Hobbit, Legacy Greenleaf. This is an old pop for sure. What an amazing looking pop. Wowzers. These old ones are so cool, and the way that they're boxed is cool because they don't have the clicky plastic. This is amazing. Thank you, Sean. Next up, we have from The Hobbit, Thorin Oakenshield. Again, amazing pop. I'm so stoked. Love it. Thank you, brother. Next up, we have Azog from The Hobbit. This one looks, I thought from the top of the box, it looked like Panthro from Thundercats. This one looks really cool too. Wow, what a great looking pop. Okay, next up, unbelievable, man. This is the exclusive from the Batman animated series that I've been after. This is the DC Legion of Collectors, which I stopped buying. And I stopped buying the Marvel, and I also stopped buying the Disney, excuse me, because Funko will ship us the boxes to Canada, but they won't allow us to actually shop on their website to buy their Funko release pops. Only the States can do that. So it's a little bit shitty for us, but Sean, thank you, man, for going out of your way for this. This is unreal. This pop is incredibly well done. Wowzers. I'm going to open them up and I'll put them right behind there, Sean, like we did before. Appreciate it. Next up is another one that I was dying for, and he went out of his way to get for me. This is Interplanetary Batman. Again, I'm a huge Batman fan. I couldn't get my hands on this because of where it was released. And this is insane. Super, super happy to have him. He will go directly behind me. I love that his body's chrome. He's got his helmet on. This is actually a lot better looking than I thought it would in person than from the glamour shots. So very, very cool. Thank you again. Okay, and last up is another SDCC exclusive that I was dying for. This is the Flock Tigger. He's bouncing up on his tail, as you can see there. I love this pop. I think that it's incredibly well done. I like that his mouth is sideways with the Tigger, you know, the way that he does it. And we have all the other ones in the set, but this one was one that escaped me because, again, where it's released, I'm unable to get it here in Canada. And Sean, for some reason, is like the Funko guru when it comes to finding pops from the States that I can't find. Between Sean and Steve and just everybody, it's so unreal. Thank you so much, brother. Okay, now there is something else in here. Oh my fuck me. I know exactly what it is. Oh, Sean. Are you kidding me? Pardon my language, folks. Sorry. This is my first ever Funko Shop Pop. This is unbelievable that you found this. I don't know how you found it. I don't know what you did to get it. If you can see the reflection on my face, you may already know what it is. This is so amazing, and I couldn't be happier to have it. It's one that I'm dying for and that I've wanted since it got announced. Sean, actually, if you can see behind me, right there, that is Batman. Sean sent me that, and now I have this guy. This is glow-in-the-dark, 1 in 500 pieces, Batman Funko. This is the name of the series. What was the name of the series? Oh yeah, it's the Super Deluxe series. I've had this guy out of the box before, and not this one obviously because I just got it, but I've had the black and white. He's actually out of the box. These things are so amazing, and I know that they released some Guardians of the Galaxy ones, a Groot and a Rocket, I think, but these Batman ones are just outrageous. The boxing is so cool. The actual Funko itself is incredible. It articulates in its head. Sean, I am so mind blown, and I can't explain to you how much this means to me and how much I appreciate this. This is amazing, and I'm losing my mind. I'm actually at a loss for words. I need to know now. I need to know how you found it. I need to know what you did. I need to know what you traded for it, because knowing you probably gave up a grail for this. And you were worried about this making my week. This has made more than my week, my friend. I love it. And thank you, Sean. When you see this, thank you. And thank you for being a friend, which is more important than anything that comes in a box, especially plastic. I love it. And you mean the world to me, brother. Thank you. A million times over. This is going right behind, and you guys are going to see him in every damn video right back there. Thank you so much. I love it. I really do. And you know me, and you know that I appreciate it. You have no idea how much. Unbelievable. Absolutely mind blown. Thank you, Sean. And I'll message you right after this video. What I wanted to hit on with you guys, Amy, who you guys have come to maybe know if you watched my previous videos. She hasn't been in a video yet, but you may know her. She is collecting the Star Wars Funkos, and she collects all the Star Wars Funkos. She loves them to death. That's her deal. I think between her and Kale, they're up to just over 100 Star Wars ones, which is a long way to go, we know. But they collect those. And when they announced that they were doing the NYCC shared exclusives, I was like, yes, I know Funko. They're going to do a whole line of Star Wars. We're going to be able to get them, and it's going to be amazing. Our Toys R Us was the one place in Canada that was supposed to get any of these Star Wars ones, and our Toys R Us didn't get anything. Now, I heard that the States did get some, which is great, and I hope that everybody's enjoying their pops. I'm not trying to be a hater on where you live. Funko's located in the States, so I get it and I understand. But it is a little bit unfortunate that we do get shafted down here. with some of the exclusives. And the little amount of exclusives that we get, which is a segue into my point here, is that Amy this morning went out of her way to go to Hot Topic. She got there at about 8:30. I believe that they opened at 9 a.m. Eastern time. She was standing in line, and at the front of the line, there was a few people. I think there was about 4 people ahead of her. And she got there, and when they went into the store, everybody immediately went to the line. I believe that the employees probably directed her and directed everybody that came into the store on what they had to do in order to get their Funkos. And sure enough, Hot Topic got, where is he? Dragon Zord. They got 5 Dragon Zords in total. And there was 6 people in line when they got there. So one person, unfortunately, wasn't going to get them. Or get one. And that's if everybody got one. And had I been there, I assure you, everybody that lined up that wanted that pop would have gotten one. And Amy is far more polite and nice than I am. But the gentleman at the front of the line, who is the same dickbag that I've been talking about repeatedly in videos, well, not repeatedly, because I try not to mention him or bring him up because he is just a piece of garbage trash. But he went directly to the front of the line, ran up to the front, and then he basically said that he wanted to buy 3, which was the maximum of what you can buy of each pop. So he bought 3 Dragon Zords, and that left 1, 2, 3 for people behind them. And, 2. And thank goodness that Amy was in the position that she was in line, because she was able to end up getting 1, but this guy bought 3. Now, he didn't buy just 3 Dragon Zords. And first of all, I don't even know where he gets his money, because this guy is, I'm telling you, like, he doesn't spend his money on clothes or hygiene. I promise you that. And I have no idea. From what I'm told, the guy lives in his mother's basement. I also live in a basement, but I promise I don't live with my mom. But basically, this piece of trash purposely bought 3 of each pop. Not an hour later, I'm told that he's putting them in waffle groups or raffle groups on Facebook, and he's trying to flip them. And Amy tells me that he's at the front of the line talking about how he's just going to resell them all anyways. This is the thing about collecting these things that drives me crazy and has basically made me want to stop. It was part of the reasons why I haven't done videos in a while. These idiots that want to go out and they want to buy this pop just to go out and flip it, they're not enjoying the hobby. They're not enjoying what it is. They're buying multiples of them because they want to try to make money. I am begging you, as a collector and any other fellow collectors, because if you're watching this and you have been watching it for 22 minutes, I know for a fact that you are a diehard collector of Funkos, and I know